Some people fear God and their house does not fear God. Some people fear God and their things do not fear God. I taught the other time that once you take a portion of what you have, you give to God, you have sanctified everything you have given. I mean everything you have. If you have 3 children, you take 1 child, you give that child to God. What have you done? You have sanctified all the children. That is the law of tithe. If you have money, you take a 10% of that money, you give it to God. You have sanctified that. Whatever is sanctified, the devil cannot touch it. If you take from anything you have, you take a part of it. If it is livestock, if it is cows, goats, whatever, you take one, you give it to God. You have sanctified everything. The devil can never touch it. When dryness comes, it will take everything else, but it will not enter in your house. Why? Because you understood the system of the spirit, that the thing that I'm prepared to lose, it is the thing that I'm prepared to save. Yes. If I lose myself right now into the mission and the ministry of God, I am saving my life. Because when death comes, or when calamity comes, it will not find me where it thinks it will find me. I have lost myself. I no longer have a life. My life is to Him. My life is answering to God. So I no longer have a life on my own. My life is taken into Him. I no longer have a will. I no longer have a choice. My choice is in Him. My will is in Him. So my whole life is into Him. He says the man feared God with all his house. That means in everything in his house, the fear of God was embedded in everything. You touch his finances, the fear of God is there. You touch his livestock, the fear of God is there. In everything, there was holiness there. There was the presence of God. He had sanctified everything that he had given to God. If you have clothes, you take 1 cloth, you give it to God. You have sanctified all your clothes. All your clothes. If you have shoes, you take 1 pair, you give it to God. You have sanctified all your shoes. You walk, a witch comes and take the ground, the soil where you walk. They can never bewitch you using the shoes, because your shoes can no longer be a channel of devils to come into your life. Your clothes can no longer be a channel for demons to come into your life. Your livestock can no longer be a channel. Your children can no longer be a channel. Your husband can no longer be a channel for Satan to enter in the family, because you have given yourself, and whatever you give, you have already sanctified it.